I'm on your bumper.
Dude, hell yeah.
I
Shout
love
out.
that kid.
Dude,
See, that kid.
what was that kid's name, Ty? Can you look up that kid that is now a Secret Service agent?
Honorary Secret Service kid. Just type that in.
Yeah.
That kid right there.
Shout
that
out
kid's
that
38.
Kid. That kid is
38
109 years old.
With a condition. He's got other than cancer. He has something other than cancer.
What's his name? DJ Daniel? No.
DJ Daniel.
Sick.
Nice. 13-year-old kid who's obviously 34.
13-year-old kid with a 34-year-old brain.
Get that kid a squad car, dude.
This kid is a legend.
Do you know how fast you were going? I'll say it was 20 miles per hour if you vote for Trump.
And did you see him being like all serious? And then Trump says that you're a Secret Service agent, and he's like, no, yeah, he does. He sort of. He's pretty much that serious.
That's like what he does.
But then there's a moment where everybody starts clapping, and it like lands on him. What just happened? And you see him go, "Oh shit!"
That's
to
me?
his dad. He's like, "Oh shit!"
For real?
Yeah, man. That's an awesome story, and it sucks that Congress is so politically divided that they all can't stand up and clap for that beautiful story.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
they don't see the kid; they just see the bipartisan issue.
And I'm not even saying like this is like, oh, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be respecting Trump. This isn't a Trump issue. Like,
no.
If Obama did this, Republicans wouldn't have stood up for this kid. You know what I mean?
Do you think so?
I don't think so.
I think they would have.
I don't think they would have, or a couple of them wouldn't have been.
I think in the time they probably would have.
Okay, I guess if there was a Democratic, if Kamala won and this happened,
yeah,
I don't think Republicans would have stood up for it, and that's what's like disgusting.
I think
about politics.
Honestly, I also disagree. I think like imagine J.D. Vance or Tulsi Gabbard not getting up to clap for this fucking kid.
Yeah, I guess it is.
They're like, I better get up and clap. He's gonna arrest me.
Or is it just hard?
I don't want him to be on my bumper.
Or is it just hard not to imagine them clapping because all we've seen them do is be a clapper?
I think so, dude.
You know what I mean?
I think it's because of the time. It's because of.
If it was reversed, that's all I'm saying. I think it would go the same, and I think that's what's disgusting about politics.
I know. I think everything's disgusting. Like, obviously, don't give this kid a squad car. That would be
well, he can't drive. He's 13.
That's the issue that I'm on. I'm like, how about we don't give really autistic kids who are 13 years old squad cars?
We give them a ride around once a month. We let them patrol.
A monthly ride along? Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Let them hang out for a week, maybe.
See that white boy over there? Pull his ass over.
Maybe. Ooh, I got it.
What?
Golf course security at Mar-a-Lago. He could trail.
That would, dude.
He could trail the security guy at Mar-a-Lago.
He's got one of those like tiny, like
and then learn how to be. Because that's top-notch security at Mar-a-Lago now. There was an assassination attempt there.
Yes.
So now it's like,
even better.
Some ex-Green Beret.
So now they got like 30 of these guys there.
It's like real ex-Secret Service at Mar-a-Lago protecting a golf course.
Yeah.
And they could just be like, DJ, you're going to follow Brad around.
DJ, do a lap.
Come on, DJ.
Do a lap,
and
DJ.
He just takes DJ around and
sir.
teaches him, how to be a Secret Service agent.
I would feel so bad if he's not actually autistic and it's because of the brain cancer.
He's not autistic at all. I think he was just shocked at everything that was happening.
Well, that too, but also like...
That's got to be a whirlwind. Like 6 months ago, he was going to die of brain cancer, and then his life was saved. Then he got bullied, and that was put on the internet.
Oh,
and then he was
he got bullied by the Democrats.
Yeah, and then he was at a congressional address.
Yeah.
And was told, you're a Secret Service agent now.
Like, what now, bullies?
Yeah, like, so.
What now, motherfuckers?
That's a whirlwind of a 6 months. That's a crazy half a year.
Dude, did that, like, brain cancer ravage his hormones? He has a full-on mustache. See, okay, so this goes back full circle to what we were talking about before. The Chuck E. Cheese kid that you keep playing. That kid is not 38 years old. I think there's something where I think Tism Bros have higher testosterone than most people. Because that kid has like a full-on mustache.
Yeah, that's the thing they say. They say they have strength. They've
no, you're thinking
word they use.
You're thinking of the fellas. You're thinking of the good old boys.
Not the boy. I'm thinking of the boys, not the fellas.
You're thinking of the good old boys. He's a Oh, he looks so...
Bro, he does, honestly.
So
he
happy.
He looks like that midget cop that New York hired. Look up midget cop New York.
Gary Coleman, look him up.
No, yeah, a little bit. It might not have been New York, but I'm pretty sure it is.
He does have that Gary Coleman thing.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Or no, yeah, New York, it was a lady midget. I forgot about that.
No way.
Yeah, that's what New
No
York,
way.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ty, do you have TikTok?
I remember that now. Yeah.
Dude, that is okay, I'm sorry, but that is irresponsible.
I mean, it's not bright.
Wait, do you remember I forget what show it was, but it was definitely on MTV where like celebrities went around doing regular jobs, and Wee Man from Jackass was like a cop for like a Minneapolis police department or something. No. Dude, he was like going around, like he had the uniform, he was arresting people. They were like letting him do this. It was
all I remember of celebrities being cops is when Shaq became a cop for 2 seasons of TV, and I'm pretty sure all the action movie guys.
Yes, Armed and Famous. I watch this all the time, dude.
Bro, that's crazy.
Armed and Famous. I watched every episode of this. And yeah, Wee Man was a fucking cop.
Dude, that's nuts. That's so great. That's such a good. Oh my gosh, who pitched that? Who made this?
Dude,
who's the producer?
Probably Jeff Tremaine.
Yeah, it's definitely Jeff Tremaine. It's like Wee Man's gonna be a cop. Hilarious.
Eric Estrada from Chips.
Oh, Wee Man wasn't an actual cop. This is fucking.
Dude, he was arresting people.
Yeah, in a fucking show, you fucking idiot.
Muncie. Oh yeah, and Jack Osborne.
One of my testicles has enlarged.
Oh shit. Okay, no, now I see what's happening. I thought this was like a Reno 911 type show.
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, was that LaToya Jackson?
LaToya Jackson and what's it? Osborne? What's his name?
Jack Osborne.
Jack Osborne.
So crazy. See, look, they're
couple knives, wrench. This guy's everything on it.
Dude, he had a crack pipe.
Bro, holy shit.
He's patting the guy down like this.
Wee Man aside, bro. Imagine being a fucking crackhead.
You're like, yo, is that fucking Wee Man?
No, not even Wee Man aside. A midget.
You never have this.
Fucking takes you down.
Just
dude.
an LP.
An LP.
Dude, I bet they're killer at BJJ.
Rifling through your pockets, bro. You got any knives on you? You're like,
dude, you're so high on crack.
You're like, what is happening?
Like, whoa, dude, you're not regular size.
Bro, a gnome just arrested me.
I think he wants my marshmallows.
Like, he's in the holding cell. They're like, what happened to you? He's like, I don't know, man. I was chilling in this alley.
A fucking midget molested me, dude.
Next thing I know, this fucking elf is stealing all my shit and putting it on top of a cop car. I have no idea how he got there.
Dude, I love this shit. Yeah, but
Wee Man should have grew a mustache for that.
Kudos, a mustache like that, like DJ Daniel, dude.
Dude, Lil
should have had a
Man
DJ Daniel mustache.
with a mustache.
Yeah. And not even like a heavy mustache, like a fucking, like a little, it's like a broom compared to like a hand broom, you know? You got a couple bristles, and then you got the push broom.
Yeah.
You got the, you know, we got push brooms. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, dude, so I visited my brother in Phoenix today. This is the first time that I've hung out with my older brother in fucking 6 years.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking hung out with him. Let me tell you, it was weird.
Yeah?
It was a little weird.
What'd you do? Watch CNN for 3 hours?
It's just like, don't say anything about Trump. Don't say anything about Trump.
This guy.
Dude, you know really what it was? I had such a hard time not calling him gay for like 5 hours today.
That's brotherly love, though. You're stifling brotherly love. That's what's hard.
Well, no, because he's not that kind of brotherly love. You know?
Yeah, no, but it is though. That's
what he doesn't understand about my brotherly love.
Yeah,
is that
like
he's calling me gay. He must think that I'm gay. You know?
Yeah.
But he's like it was just a full day of nostalgia, dude. Because I forget that he's like the brother who always has cool things that I want. And I walked into his house, I was like, there's so many cool things in here right now. Like he had like one of those like foot spa massager things. He had like a vibrating like squat board, you know, like where you stand on it, goes like and like it did it automatically. Like so many cool things. I'm like, one, why do you have this? And
Gadgets.
2, give it to me. You know, like, and he's also had a ball python named Brittany because he loves Britney Spears. He's had a ball python named Brittany for years. Never once. I never saw the bird.
Mentioned
I never
that he
saw
has a snake?
No, he mentioned it. Never once.
Is it big?
It's a big girl, dude. It's
like one of the big, like a problem. Like
no,
it's a
ball python. So she's probably like this big.
Okay.
Super fat though, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Fat old snake, thick girl.
Yeah.
Thick girl.
You see her coming.
Yeah, you can see her coming. And so
it's funny to imagine like an obese snake.
I'm coming, like a lunch lady snake, like
like stops for a second.
Waddling.
You see it almost like lean.
Yeah.
Like you can see it be like,
yeah, like she could just lean on herself. Like, just right there, and you're fully bent over with all the fat stopping you. All right, let's keep going. Line leader, where are you? Where's the line leader? But he's like, oh, dude, you remember Brittany? And I was like, Brittany? Like, who the fuck is Brittany? And he brings me into, he has a 2-bedroom apartment.
you're all excited. You got a girlfriend, dude?
Well, I was like, because he was just leading me to this closed door. And I was like, do you just have a girl waiting for you in your room? Literally, that's what I thought.
Real doll,
totally forgot.
Am I about to meet a real doll right now?
And as he opened the door, he was like, oh, yeah, my snake. I was like, oh, yeah, fucking Brittany. He opens up the door, and the room is completely empty, except for the snake cage. And I was like, you have a room dedicated entirely to just your snake in the cage. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, here, why don't you hold her while I clean her tank? And just left this giant fucking snake in my arms. It was heavy, dude. It was like the weight of a baby, you know? It was just like, it was crawling around trying to get my fingers, and I was like, nope.
Those are mine.
My fingers.
Those are mine.
And he's just cleaning snake shit out of the tank. And I was like, I have a snake. Cool. I have a snake. But it was just hours of just like, that is so cool that he has that. Also, super irresponsible of you as a 34-year-old to have all this stuff, you know?
Why?
Because he, you know, like he's a 34-year-old and he's got the same job that I do. You know, he's a server.
Okay.
You know,
He's got a snake.
No. I'm just like that. Yes, obviously.
He has a pet snake.
It's very inexpensive. They're super easy to take care of.
Apartment or a house in Phoenix?
Apartment.
Apartment in Phoenix.
And
He's doing all right.
No, he's doing all right, but like he's like, dude, money's not that great right now, and I'm like, well, maybe stop buying foot massagers, you know. But he's, you know, to not divulge too much, he's going through a rough spot right now. So I went up there to like kind of cheer him up, and it was very weird going up there because we've been kind of at weird odds for a few years now, and so I just go up there and I'm
ever since the dad incident,
and ever since
previous
the dad incident,
podcast,
previous
give
pod,
it a listen.
Ever since the dad incident, and what I love about just like with a friend that you haven't seen in a long time, there's always that like one story you're like, dude, remember when this shit?
Well,
happened?
I mean, it's your brother, so
I know.
it's way different. You're just like, yeah, remember those 19 years we spent together or whatever, like however long.
But
I'm sure it was close to
every
that.
time. I think so. When we were hanging out all the time. Probably every other time I would see him when there's nothing else to talk about, we'd just be like, dude, remember that one time at Olive Garden? We're like, oh my God, yeah. Dude. So there's an Olive Garden.
Why does
story.
Olive Garden always pop off family shit, dude? I got an Olive Garden story too, and it's fucking...
Dude, Olive Garden just unleashes family demons.
Olive Garden does something to families.
I think Olive Garden was where I discovered my sense of humor.
I think
this is not
I think
good.
it's all the carbs at Olive Garden.
It is, dude.
You're
delirious. You're like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they're like, that's funny, or they get super upset because they can't eat the carbs and they're seeing everybody else eat the carbs.
And I remember my mom and dad, they got really upset at me and Landon because
you were munching.
We were munching, but we were laughing at shit. We were being disruptively like hysterical with laughing because so
you were dying.
We walk in, we're getting endless soups and salads, right? Munching on breadsticks.
Killing the game.
And so like totally full dining room, full for dinner service, nice Olive
It's a
Garden's
classic night at the OG.
Yeah, classic night at OG. And all of a sudden, these two girls in wheelchairs get pushed in.
How old were you guys?
I was like 8 or 9.
Already a full breakdown moment.
8 or 9.
Already.
He's like 11 or 12.
The tension in the room.
Yeah.
Right when you heard the wheels roll in. The tension in the room. Your parents looked at you the second they saw him.
I don't know if they did. So I was like 8 or 9. He was like 11 or 12, right? And so 2 girls in wheelchairs come in, and also not like they're controlling the wheelchairs when they come in. They're incapacitated.
Yeah. It's 2 Stephen Hawkings.
2
Stephanie Hawkings.
2 Stephanie Hawkings walk in the room, roll in the room, and
blow in the room.
They're getting pushed around by what I think is their parents. And we're kids, so we're really trying not to stare.
Bro,
and
0 for 2 is crazy.
Mom and Dad are telling us, like, hey, stop staring. You guys are staring. We're like, okay, cool, whatever. We keep eating breadsticks. We're eating our dinner. And we both look over at the same time. And these girls were like, there's no other word to describe it, but decrepit in their wheelchairs. And just like taking tissues and like eating the tissues. And we were just looking at it, and they were like like eating the fucking tissues. So ever since then, it would be a thing where we would like look at each other and go, "Hey." And we were doing that for like 45 minutes, dude.
Next to him.
Dude, they were like right there. They were like right there.
I can see why your parents were like,
dude, they were like
I'm surprised you didn't get beaten that night.
Dude,
I'm surprised your dad
my dad was so mad,
the
dude.
Shit out of
he
both
was
of
so
you,
mad, dude. They were far enough away to where they weren't like, well, I don't know. We were we were kids, so we don't know if they saw
a
us.
scene at the restaurant would have been made. My kids are doing that right next to the table. I would have pulled a Bill Burr's dad.
We were
dude.
like,
water would have been thrown in your face. I would have been go, nope, we're done.
Dude, they should have.
Honey, take him to the car.
They should have. They
Beat
should have
their
taken
ass.
us out.
I'm going to pay for it. And I'm paying for their meal,
They
too.
should have taken us out and be like, you want to end up in that fucking wheelchair? You know? Dude, it was...
One of you would have been in the wheelchair.
Dude, we should not have...
That was
we would
great.
have been rolling around and been like,
That's how kids are so mean,
dude, we were...
bro. Kids are so
and we
mean.
weren't thinking about that at the time. We were
No,
just
you have
trying
no
to make each other
concept.
laugh.
Yeah, you're just...
And...
Yeah.
And dude, like to this day, every other time I see my brother, like we were getting lunch today, and I haven't actually talked to him. You know, I talked to him on Christmas, but I haven't talked to him in years.
Yeah, you haven't had a day together.
Years. Fucking 5 minutes go by and we're eating lunch, and he's like, "Dude, remember the girl?" Oh, I was like, "Yes, dude."
And you didn't even say anything. You just went.
I just went.
I love that. I love that for you. I'm happy. I'm happy you and your
So
brother
we can always bond on.
are talking again. I'm
Because
happy.
I couldn't say anything political or talk about.
Hey, you don't have to though.
No, I don't want to, but like stuff that we typically talk about just kind of veers in and out of politics or religion.
Oh yeah, we go all
just
over the place
all the time. But if it does with him, like he's gonna snag onto something, hold on to it, and be like, you know.
Yeah.
I basically all day couldn't act like my dad.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. It was hard.
Maybe you need the buffer zone.
What do you mean?
Maybe you need me in there.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe you need me in there so that way he sees how we act, and then he'll be like, I kind of want in on this game. I kind of want in on the game. And then he'll start playing the game, and then we'll be like, yeah, see, it's fun just to like say
dude.
whatever.
It was like a full day of just nostalgia, dude. And then we got home and we played Crash Bandicoot Racing.
Oh, dude.
Crash Team Racing.
What a day.
Dude, I loved it so
much. What a day with the older bro.
One race, 5 laps, Crash Team Racing, and I got home and I immediately downloaded the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm buying this.
On PS5?
Yeah, on PS5.
Nice.
$15 for all 3. Downloaded them all. And yeah, dude, I don't know.
Did you see Halo's coming to PlayStation?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We also played a little Halo, too. Kind of sucked in comparison to Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, well,
Look, I love Halo as much as the next guy, but...
Yeah. It's going to be remastered and shit. It's going to be nice.
Halo 3 for the win.
No, we'll get all of them.
Yeah, but Halo 3's the
probably
best.
Be in a bundle. I've never played like the story modes, so...
Dude, the campaigns are fucking
If it's
unmatched.
in a bundle, I'll probably just, play all the campaigns.
Unmatched,
So that way I can know the Halo lore.
Yeah.
Because I don't know any of that shit besides, like, red and blue.
Yeah. Dude, the Halo 1, 2, and 3 are all perfect games. They're so good.
Yeah.
They're such good games, and you get to be the one. Like, there's no cut screens of, like... You know how, like, in cut screens of games, they're doing, like, some crazy shit that, like, they could have included in the game?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Halo's like, you're doing all the cool shit. Mm-hmm. You're blowing up the whole ring. You're taking down the ship yourself.
Yeah.
You're doing all that shit, you know? And
like, there's no cutscenes. Like, it actually, like, explodes when you shoot it.
Yeah, like, the cutscenes are a reasonable length. I hate that games, like you're watching an episode of a show.
That's the thing that pisses me off. Dude, I stopped playing the campaign of Black Ops.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is too fucking much. Dude.
Yeah, they're pretty ridiculous.
And, like, now there's, like, a home base, and, like, I click on different missions. Give me the order so that way I can follow the fucking story.
Yes.
I don't want to have to look up which one do I pick so this is fucking canon.
Like the bulletin board, yeah.
So this fucking works.
Yeah, I know. You know, the one game that is the worst with the cut screens is Last of Us. Yeah, did you play that?
Bro, no. Far Cry.
I never played Far Cry. Did you play Last of Us, though?
No, I didn't play Last of Us, but I could see it being so bad because of because it became a show.
The show sucked. The game was awesome, but the cut scenes were so fucking long, dude. You could jerk off twice in between each mission.
Yeah,
it's too long, but it was really cool cinematically. It was a nice story, but like, come on, man, like let us play the game. Turn these into missions.
That's the same thing. That's like I guess it's not really the cutscenes in Far Cry that fucking suck. It's the fact that you have to be taking medicine the whole game.
What?
And you have to look for it. So, like, you'll be, like, doing...
So medicine is your money?
So, yeah, pretty much. And, like, you'll be doing a fucking mission and be like, oh, fuck, I'm out of syringes. And you have to, like, leave the mission
because you're out of syringes?
Search the island.
Well, brother, I know that pretty well.
For fucking syringes.
I'm out of syringes. I gotta go looking for some syringes, dude.
Yeah. And it just like, and then you have to like, you're like, oh, now I'm lost.
Yeah.
And you have to find your way back to the mission.
What are the syringes for? What's the medicine?
It's some medicine. You're like dying and you need adrenaline or something.
That's what
I'm not really
sure.
sure.
So he's Jason Statham from
pretty
Crank.
much, yeah.
He's just like, I got to keep fighting people or my heart's going to stop.
And if you don't find it, you die.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, this is retarded.
That's dumb.
I'm not trying to loot for 40 hours.
Yeah, I mean, even Grand Theft Auto lets you, like, play the game when you don't have any money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It lets you go make money.
Yeah, it lets you go beat the fuck out of prostitutes.
At least put syringes
steal their money
near the fucking thing.
Yeah, like where you respawn or whatever.
Yeah, so that way I can be like, oh,
syringes.
sweet, there's 15 syringes. I can get through this mission now.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah.
Far Cry. More like really Far Cry.
It really is. You're very far away and you cry.
Yeah.
Because you're playing it when you were 10.
I'm so far away and I'm crying. I like to cry over there, far away.
Remember when you found R3 and L3?
Yes, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is R3?
Holy
fuck.
What
is it?
Bro? The stress.
Dude, remember when they just used to call it right joystick and left joystick?
No.
There was a time, I believe.
There was a time.
There was a time. I think PS2.
Before 4 times.
Isn't PS2 when they introduced, like, you could press down on the...
Yeah.
So I think they just called it joystick then. I don't think they referred to it as L2 or L3 and R3.
Well, see, I remember they referred to it as that because...
You couldn't find it.
NASCAR Team Control. NASCAR,
Okay.
EA Sports, NASCAR 06. Team Control. Ty, Google that. It's the best NASCAR game.
NASCAR Team Control.
Best NASCAR game ever fucking made. Hands fucking down.
Total Team Control?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Best NASCAR game. Yeah, this was so fucking good. You could. So, like, I would always be Hendrick Racing, right? I'd always be Jimmy Johnson, obviously. BJJ. But then the fun thing about that is you would have like 4 different races going on because it was total team control. Mm-hmm. So if you clicked onto R3,
You could switch teams?
No, not teams, to your teammates. So I would switch then to Jeff Gordon and get Jeff Gordon into second. And then switch to Dale Earnhardt Jr. and get Jr. into third. Ooh. And then switch to, I think it was Casey Kane at the time. And then get Casey Kane into fourth. And then just drive around and then go back to Jimmy Johnson and try to win the race with Jimmy Johnson with my team behind me.
Right.
And let them fight for second. And then win the team championship, the points championship. Huh. And like it was so much fucking fun. But I remember to switch, you had to click R3. And that was the first game I had R3. And I was like, what is actually happening right now? I was so mad, dude. I was like doing the like kid fuming, like where you're like, like I was doing that shit, like squeezing the controller. And the way I know
when you're a kid, bro, you first turn into a teapot, you're like,
bro, the way I figured it out was I threw the controller down and I heard the clicks.
The click.
When the joysticks hit the ground, I heard like the, and I was like, because it was on.
You're
carpet.
Like, no way it's that easy.
Like, what?
No way it's that easy.
And I picked up the controller really quick while on my hands and knees, and I was like, no, no,
this cannot be it. This is not it. No. And then you're just like, okay.
Restarted the race.
You're like, I'm good.
Tried it right away, and I was like.
You're like, good thing I didn't freak out.
Literally, yeah. And then I didn't break my controller. Bro, did you ever rage break a controller?
No. I always try, like I wasn't strong enough, but my thing was I would twist it as hard as I could, and I could never do it. I would be like, yeah.
I
don't like this game.
I Gronk spiked a controller
so
once.
Much. No, I never did that. I never did that because I didn't actually want to break it, but I would always like I would always 50% punch things and be like and just like touch things. And I would punch my pillows a lot.
I don't even remember what game I was playing that made me Gronk spike the fucking controller, but it was something and it pissed me the fuck off.
Dude, my dad used to get
went for it, and it was a controller that I bought with allowance money, and I was like, fucking, this is mine. It was like light, it lit up and shit, and I broke it while nobody was home. And cleaned it all up, and then was just like playing with the regular controller. And then my dad came out later that night and was like, "What happened to your light up controller?"
I'm like, I don't know where it is.
I was like, I lost it. I just don't want to use it. I don't want to like scuff it up. He was like, "Oh, you want to play together? Can I use it?" And I was like,
"Here's the thing, Dad."
I like break it to him that I broke it.
Look, Dad, I couldn't win earlier. I was getting really upset.
He was super pissed that I did that, so I've never really broken anything.
We went through controllers nonstop, dude. What is it about dogs when they see a controller cord, they're like, that's food.
Dude.
Every controller we got, dude.
Bro.
Just snip right through it. While the game's playing, don't even realize that they're literally just chewing on the controller, the cord. Remember when there was no cordless controllers?
Oh, yeah.
And they'd just be like, and all of a sudden the game would just stop. Be like, controller one, what are you talking about? You pull it up, it's all dripping with dog spit.
I didn't have really dogs eating it. I had dogs just not even realizing that something's there and
just walk right through
it. I've had PlayStations fall 3 feet because a dog just took it out. Like,
that's my girlfriend's dad right now. Like, I love him to death, but like the man and his video game etiquette sucks so bad. He will wait until I respawn after dying and then walk the slowest I've ever seen him walk in front of the TV. And then by the time he's passed, I'm dead again. And I'm like, hey, thanks, Spike. He's literally just like a fucking old dog walking in front of the screen.
Bro, I still have to worry about it, bro. Fucking Craig doesn't give a shit about anything, bro.
Craig is he's just a cool guy happy to be here.
You know how many beers I've lost to Craig? Just fucking
what, the tail? Just
the tail, bro, just jumping on, just like out of nowhere coming in and be like, hey, and then just like jumping and you're like, what the fuck was that?
I'm playing a game.
God damn it. Wasn't even paying attention.
Dude, that's a pet peeve for me with either watching TV or playing a game that I love, is that Audrey wants attention, like right at the climax.
I was talking about my dog, and you're like, you know.
Well, it reminded me of my girlfriend. So pet peeve about my girlfriend, so I was thinking about this. She asked me my pet peeves, and of course I was just like, none, babe. I love everything about you. And she told me her pet peeve for me is
she gave you a list of 5.
No, she will be. She
wrote you an Elon Musk email.
She will be trying to have a very serious conversation with me, and if there's any sort of music that I like playing, I will, in the middle of the conversation, turn it up and then just start air drumming or like air guitaring. She gets so mad. But like, I noticed she did it once. I noticed she got so mad and I did it unintentionally once. Now every time she does it, I do it intentionally, and it makes her so mad. And she's like, hold on, babe, listen to this breakdown of the Sepultura song. Dun, 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 dun. And she's like, I really hate that you do that. And I'm like, look, I know, but like, listen to this part of the song. Just turn it up a little more.
I think that's probably one of my girlfriend's pet peeves of me, not gonna lie. It's like after like I have a rough day or a good day, I'm like
so after any day.
No. Well, not any day. There's medium days. There's days that are just days.
But medium days, we don't talk about
after a rough day, I'll watch some old U of A sports highlights. You know? Of like them making a comeback or something. Yes. And then after a good day,
pick me up.
After a good day, I'm like, I triumphed, just like the 2014 Wildcats. I gotta watch that game,
brother.
again.
I gotta tell you that's one of my pet peeves too. That's one of mine.
And I throw that game on, and then she like wants to talk about like the set or like whatever's making me feel good. I'm like, yeah, but like, well, look at this.
Well, that's how you communicate your feelings.
I'm like, look at Kadeem Carey go.
You try to. She's trying to get a read on how you feel, and you're like, I can't tell you how I feel, but this made me feel the same way. So look at this.
This is how I felt.
Look at this. Look at this 2014 game.
Basically, I'm watching a game from 2014 because I feel right now what I felt when I watched that game.
Exactly, dude. You're like, I can't say all these words, dude. But if I could take this feeling and pick it up as physical, I could put it over here.
Bro, why do people pay for therapy? Like, are you retarded? Me and you just figured out like years of trauma in 15 words.
I know. And that just made me think, like, every time I'm getting mad, I'm like, dude, he's doing another fucking sports reference. I'm like, damn, I'm thinking like a fucking girl right now. Yeah. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm like, oh, he's just really excited about basketball.
He's really pumped up about the Red Sox right now.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, it's never actually about basketball or football. It's like, I'm trying to tell you deep down. It's like that episode of Rick and Morty where he's like, let me out. Let me out. Like he's the little Rick, and he's like, let me out. Let me out. I'm screaming for help. I'm begging for help. Yeah. That's you.
Please just let me out.
I'm screaming for help. I'm begging for help.
Don't bother me on the 22nd or the 21st. March so Madness, baby.
And then another thing for one of my pet peeves for Audrey is like, there's like I love the action movies, like when it's the ending of that reboot Rambo movie where he's just mowing everybody down with the 50 cal.
Yeah, and it's the blood and gore.
She'll just be like, hey, I love you. I haven't talked to you all day. And I'm like,
the part.
I've seen this 9 times, but I need to see it a 10th. Get out of my way.
Why are you doing this right now?
Why are you doing this right now?
There was so much dialogue
this is
with
the
that
only
lady on
reason,
the boat that doesn't fucking
this
matter.
This is the only reason I'm watching this, for people when they're dying. This is what I want to watch. And you want love at the most gruesome part.
That's the thing, because she was watching the love part.
Yeah, dude. She's watching the love part. I'm just like,
and then the blood and guts start. And like you were trying to get some during the love part.
Yeah.
You were doing it all. You humped a leg. You were fucking grabbing a tit. You did everything.
Yeah, in front of her dad too. I'm like, hey, give me that tit.
I didn't know.
King Cobra, spitting Cobra. Ooh.
Dude, it's Rambo. He was fucking locked in.
Yeah, he was locked in, dude. Fuck, dude.
He was like, this is my life story. Actually, this is what I did.
Fucking dogs running in front of controllers, man.
Bro.
I hate that.
I've had PlayStations almost fucking 9/11 because of my fucking pooches.
Yeah. I think dogs might have single-handedly helped corded controller market, dude.
I think singly crushed.
No, not crushed it because think of how many you had to buy.
I guess.
Think of how many you had to buy because your dogs are just like fucking flinging the cord
Dogs
out.
are the reason for controller innovation.
That's true, dude. That's so true. 100%.
Is what you were going
for.
The
only reason we have cordless controllers now is because of fucking Bruno just walking in front of your, just ripping the cord out of the PlayStation. Yeah. Fuck, dude.
It's fucking Bruno.
Dude, I pet a cat today. You know how long it's been since you pet a cat? How long has it been since you pet a cat?
Like 2 days ago at Sam's house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Sammy. Well, I haven't seen a cat in a long time. So, dude, my brother, and that's another thing. My brother has this cool cat. So, like,
cat and a snake.
He has a cat and a snake. It's Tom and Jerry.
2 strikes.
Tom and Jerry. What do you mean 2 strikes? You're at GA. you got a Y. Dude, my brother
What do I mean?
My brother he's so eccentric. Like, he's so funny, but he's not a funny person. You know what I mean?
Joshua.
Don't go that far. He's not a Joshua.
No, Joshua is funny and is a funny person.
He is, yes.
But that's the thing. He knows when he's being funny, and he also doesn't know when he's being funny.
My brother never knows when he's being funny.
Yeah.
No, fully Adderalled out all the time. You know, smoking weed all the time, and he's like, "Yeah, bro." He's a prompter. He answers questions that you did not ask, you know, but like, he's my brother, so I don't say anything about it. Like, he's like, "Oh yeah, I get wraps on my car all the time." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, I didn't ask. He's like, "Dude, you got to get a wrap on your car. You got to get a wrap on your car." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Get a wrap on your car." Like, Planet Fitness does this thing where they pay you $100 a month to like wrap your car and advertise for them. And so I walk over to his car and he's just got like Planet Fitness shit on his car, and I'm like, why'd you do this?
Pays for your car insurance.
That's true. Pays for your car insurance, but like,
just like that.
It's just so weird. He's got like all these little like things, you know. He's like, well, I gotta have a yoga ball in the middle of my living room. I have to. He's got a yoga ball in the middle of his living room.
Why not?
He has a dining room set, like a small dining room set, like a single man dining room set, where it's definitely not big enough. And all of the chair's legs have like little cat socks on them. They're like little socks that look like cat paws. And I'm like, there's no reason for you to have that at all. Like, you bought that, you know? But of course I can't say this to him because I'm like, I'm over here because I want you to feel better and I love you a lot. You're my brother.
Dude, they're cute.
Yeah.
It's nichey.
But I think what I'm saying is I think that one was why.
He just sounds like a single guy.
Yeah.
Also, cat paws on the table legs.
But this is the thing. He's not doing it because like that's a cool thing. You know, it's just like he has that. You know what I mean?
He does sound weird, but he just sounds like...
Look, I love my brother.
What was in the fridge?
Yeah, what's in his fridge?
I didn't... Heads. I didn't peek in there, honestly.
Oh, you should have been like, get a beer.
No, he doesn't keep beer. He's not a beer guy.
Happened.
No, he's probably like a fucking red wine guy.
I can see him being an IPA guy, being like, oh, yeah.
Like, he is an IPA guy, yeah.
I've got this lizard leg.
He's like, dude, IPAs are so
96%.
IPAs are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about my brother anymore.
Shout out your brother.
Oh, shout out Landon.
Shout out Landon. You're the boy. Can't wait to hang out with you.
On another note,
let's take Landon to NASCAR.
Dude, he'd love that. I bet he would.
Yeah. Cars go fast.
On another note, did I tell you that Audrey had to get? I'm so stubborn with my sleep apnea that she had to get earplugs. So she got like wax molded earplugs, so she doesn't have to hear me choke every night.
Die?
Yeah, like die every night.
So if you die, she won't be able to even.
Pretty much, dude. I'll just be a lifeless corpse next to her.
Connor.
And she'll wake up. She'll be like, and I'm just blue and just twitching.
Well, if you're twitching, there's still something there.
Yeah. Well, whatever little brain activity I have left is leaving me.
Get you back. There's not much going on.
Do you have? So has
see
has Moni made any sort of accommodations for you like that?
Sleeping?
No, not like sleeping, but like you're so stubborn in your ways that she's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get earplugs." You know what I mean? Something like that.
Probably, yeah.
But you don't even know.
No.
Spoken like a real dude. You're like, I have no idea. I have no idea what that lady deals with. It's so funny.
No, I think how I deal with my hair. That you shit.
Nah.
You shit yourself.
Nah,
I think how I deal with my hair, she's just let go.
What do you mean?
She's just like give me all these tips and stuff, and none of it worked because I tried it once, and you're supposed to try it for like a week.
Babe, you're supposed to try it for 2 weeks. It's supposed to get your hair used to it.
And I was just like, yeah, I did it.
You're like, I didn't like it the one time. I didn't like that. No, I'm
still
done.
frizzy. Didn't work. I hate it.
The wind is ruining it.
So I think she's just like, he's an idiot.
Yeah, she also realizes that you're not a Puerto Rican woman, so it's not gonna work for you.
Yeah, that, and also just that I'm not missing the U of A game. Like basketball mid-season, sure, but like literally
like a Saturday in October, she's like, you're not a chance.
I told her when we were trying to plan this, the Renaissance thing. I was like, I don't know, March is hard to plan for. I was like, I don't know when the Cats are gonna play.
I'm kind of busy this whole month.
Day it's gonna be,
My schedule's booked entirely for March.
Yeah, and then I had to switch it last minute. I threw a last second buzzer beater.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Now I have 2 Saturdays in a row off. That's 2 Saturdays I'm out of work.
Well,
but I'm gonna be wearing a kilt for one of them. So
on the 22nd,
I might even wear the kilt on the second one just for shits and gigs.
On the 22nd, come watch some basketball with me. Maybe make some money.
Hopefully Colton doesn't watch this, but next Saturday I'm gonna take my little brother to the Musselman Honda racetrack.
Oh, nice.
Yes, for his 18th.
Yeah,
it was his 18th birthday, dude. He's a fucking grown up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching basketball and having like 96 8-leg parlays going at the same time.
I thought you were gonna say beers.
No, well, probably those two. Yeah, beers will be had. Beers. I'll have 2 TVs going in my room with 4 different games playing on each TV.
That sounds like a lot.
It's gonna be a lot, and
Moni's gonna be nowhere near me.
Nobody's gonna be near me.
It's just gonna be you.
I'm gonna lock my fucking door. Everybody's gonna shut the fuck up and leave me alone for 2 days, because that's all I want for my birthday.
It's just gonna be you locked in your room, dopamine maxing like parlay.
Yeah,
just fucking I'm
making
smoking your weed vape.
I'm making my own sports book in my bedroom for the first 2 days.
How do you
March
make
Madness.
your own sports book?
Log on to DraftKings. Turn on 8 games at once.
Okay.
Watch all of them. Have 36 different 8-leg parlays going.
It's just like you're gonna give yourself a fucking heart attack
at $5 a piece.
Wait, for each parlay?
Yeah.
Wait, 5 times 36?
Yeah.
What's the math on that? Let me find out. I got my calc. Here.
And then
that's $180.
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
Be way more than that.
What do you stand to win if all of them pay out?
If all of them paid out, well, not all of them's going to pay out. That's the point of setting so many, because it's the tournament.
What if?
If one pays out, if it happens like it did last year, because last year, me and my dad went in both $100.
Mm-hmm.
We both set our brackets and all that, and we both left with $800.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, if it happens like last year, and I've got a little bit more knowledge, because last year was the first time I did all this.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got a little bit more knowledge and pizzazz into the tournament game.
You're wiser.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what upsets could happen and why they could happen and what to look for statistically in teams.
You know more about the players' personal lives.
Exactly. Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a home game?
You know what kind
him?
of drugs they're smoking.
Stuff like that. And now I think I think I'm gonna win $2,000. I think that's what I'm going for.
I'm rooting for you, dude. Really, truthfully.
I think I'm gonna win $2,000.
And
with my,
least,
I mean, and I've done.
If you make 180, it'll be a good day.
I mean, like, I don't like to like say this because people in the bracket game, in the college basketball game, are like, "That's not true. You're a liar." But it is true.
About
it
what?
did happen. Junior year, high school. You know the tournament challenge, ESPN tournament challenge, where you can make a bracket.
I'll just say yes.
It's an app ESPN makes, and it follows the NCAA bracket.
Okay.
You know, and you pick. You can make like 40 brackets, and you pick which teams are going to go.
Right.
You know, and then you see who's right. No one's ever gotten a perfect bracket, ever. I got up to the Elite Eight perfect once. I was like one of 16 people.
Whoa. Out of like all of it?
Yeah, and then my entire Elite Eight lost, like every single person. Yeah, and then it just completely ruined me. But
right.
Still
reeling from that loss.
The real money's in the first 2 days.
Yeah.
If I can replicate that again, which probably statistically impossible to ever do that again, to get to like I probably have a better chance of getting a perfect bracket than replicating
the exact same bracket from 15 years ago.
Than getting to the Elite Eight, right?
Buddy, lightning doesn't strike twice.
So, but if I can do that with just a 8-game parlay, I mean, nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah,
I'm up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I'm going for. If you want a part of that, let me know.
Nah, I'm good. I'm not making enough money to.
Well, you wouldn't have to like do the whole. You could do like.
I don't have $180.
Yeah, you could do like 6 of them.
I don't have $6.
You could do $21.
I have $3.
You do 3.
Nah, I'm good. Thank you for the virtual invite, though. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I come up with something good, I'll send it to you and be like, you should bet on this.
Okay. All right.
You actually should do that.
I'm down. Down. Know what I was also thinking about? Because today was filled with nostalgia. I know this has nothing to do with what you were talking about, but I was thinking about, like, so we were talking about our dad a lot today and, like, how insane my dad is. Like, he doesn't, like, have fun with stuff. Like, he can't have fun. Everything has to be work, has to be a job, has to be a project, you know? Like, he can't even enjoy racing because, like, the car keeps breaking and he has to keep spending money and keep fixing it. Like, but, like, that's part of the thing. It's like a never-ending puzzle. You know, it's like a Rubik's Cube you never solve.
Yeah, you're the one that bought a boat.
Yeah, he's the one that, yeah. You got to deal with you know, emptying out the septic tank.
You bought a race car. You got to do race car stuff.
Yeah, you got to do race car stuff. But the thing is that I don't think he actually wanted to be a race car driver. He wanted to run the whole race crew. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't want to do all that stuff. He wants to have the race crew just drive the fucking race car.
So are you saying you're gonna become a race car driver?
I think it would ruin my dad if I actually became a successful race car driver. I think it would. But I was thinking about this. So we were like, how he's like, you just can't have fun. And we're trying to think of like the good times that we've had with my dad, because there's been so many good times with my dad, and you don't really think about that until you get older. At least in my situation. And we were thinking about, like, dude, he used to play games with us all the time. He used to play with Crash Bandicoot. Part of the reason why I still love Crash Bandicoot. And he used to ride bikes with us all the time. This made me think of a story that we still bring up, kind of like the story. You know, we still think about. We had like a bunch of like a BMX dirt track behind our house, right? Like some kids had just built, like big ass jumps and everything, and we were out there riding around, not really doing the jumps. Obviously, we were doing it as much as we could.
Yeah,
and
basically using them as like moguls.
And my dad tried to cool kid us and be like, "What?" He tried to cool kid us and be like, "Watch this." Went off literally the smallest jump of all of them over this little crack that was in the ground. It was probably like a foot wide. Went over the jump, fucking biffed it on the front wheel, and slammed on the ground and broke his collarbone.
Oh, my gosh.
And we talk about that with such fondness, and we laugh at it every time. We're like, what's he doing young guy shit with us, dude?
Yeah.
Did your dad ever do like?
Yeah, I had a moment like that with my dad when we were out camping with some friends. This was
It's a 2-stager.
Terrible. So we were out camping with some friends, and this was when we were riding like every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my dad, dirt bikes. And like where we were camping, there was like this little like man-made track, basically, just like a little loop with like 2 jumps, like big berms though, big turn like, but it was just a circle.
Big berms.
There was like 2 jumps, and then like a whoop section. And then
That's
just
not
2
real.
berms. That's whoops. That's real. It's a whole bunch of little tiny bumps. And you pull up. You basically do a wheelie over them.
Right.
You go wop 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 wop.
Oh, those are whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So hit the whoops. And
that's funny because when you go over them, it probably makes you feel like whoops.
Yeah, that's why they. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So we're running through that. And then me and my friend Will, we decided like let's do some time trials.
Yeah.
Let's start clocking them. Like I'll clock yours, you clock mine. Then we start running them, and like we're not even like doing it competitively because he has like a way bigger bike than my bike, and like because he was like a way bigger kid than I was.
He was a fat kid with
no,
a fat
not
bike.
fat. Like he was just like already like 6'2".
He was an adult.
Like like still like a boy's body, you know, like but
like super high pitched voice, but he's 6'2", and just like I'm ready to go.
So I'm ready to go. Yeah, he had like I think he had like a 250 already.
Oh my god,
we were like 11.
Yeah.
He had like a 250, and I was like rocking. What was my bike? A 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little guy.
Like, yeah. Just going. But he had a trail bike. That's what was different about it. I had a racing bike.
Right.
So I had 5 gears. So I could keep up with him. He only had 3 gears. Right. So I could keep up with him.
Pussy.
Yeah. But I had to be like fucking pinning it.
Right.
To be keeping up with I was like
yeah, with the 75cc.
Yeah, like it was terrifying because I was like, this thing's gonna fucking give out any moment.
Right.
But so we were running that, and then the dads were like, why don't we do it? You know? Mm-hmm. And my dad was like, I don't want to do it because my dad used to race. Like he's fucking like he was good too. Yeah. Like a lot of first place trophies in the garage.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I don't want to do it. He was like just being humble about it. And then they started doing it.
I don't want to make you kids cry.
And then like one of them came in front of his time and like started talking shit, and he was like, all right, and put on his helmet and fucking went out there, ripped it in the first one by like 2 seconds, like just destroyed this guy's time, and then went to do it again and hit this berm. And it was a berm on the top. It was like old dirt and like nice loose. And hard.
Yeah.
And like, but on the bottom, it was loose and like sand and like terrible.
Yeah.
And he ripped it and then turned it a little too tight, and you saw the front wheel just go into the sand and just stop. And then he just, boom, bike flies over him to a 450. He had a 450. Fucking goes over him, launches, does a flip, lands.
Yeah.
Fucking falls over. He's on the ground and he's like holding his side. He's like, oh. He just like gets up, cracks open a beer, sits down, and his side, something was fucked up because he was fucked up for like a month. And he never got it like checked out. And then after that, every time he rode,
classic dude.
Yeah.
Dude, get hurt and never go to the doctor.
After that, every time he rode, he had to wear a garter belt.
What's that?
It's like a belt that goes around your like belly and your back that just holds your giblets in.
Yeah, cool. It keeps everything in place.
Yeah.
It's a dude corset.
Yeah. No, not. Oh, then I got it wrong.
Yeah.
I guess. Look up garter belt motocross.
Garter belt dudes. Look that up.
I might have it wrong.
Motocross, yeah.
No. Not motorcycle.
Oh yeah, motocross, Moto X.
Look up gut belt motocross.
Gut belt.
Look up gut belt.
Damn, dude, your dad was a sexy
no,
bitch.
No, that's not what I meant.
I don't know, dude. Your dad was wearing some hot shit.
Yeah, that thing. What is that called?
A kidney belt? It's just a back brace.
A kidney belt?
Gut ladder? Is that what that is?
Gut ladder?
No. It looks like it just kidney belt. What? So this is like.
Well, I guess I just learned that now when my dad was wearing that, that's what the old guys were just like, oh, you're wearing your garter belt?
You just realized that?
I guess, dude. It's been a while.
Dude, it's literally just meant to like hold your kidneys in place.
Yeah, I guess so.
And protect your internal organs from... Dude, I see so many dudes wearing that. I thought it was because their back hurt.
Well, that too. I think it keeps your back straight as
Helps
well.
with posture and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're a fat fuck, it's not going to help much.
I think it keeps you from getting like hernias.
Yeah. Oh, man. Should have given my grandpa that. My grandpa was riddled.
But wow, what a revelation.
What a revelation. Yeah, they were calling him a little bitch.
Yeah. It was just like,
wearing
I'm
your
just trying to
garter belt?
keep my guts in.
Yeah.
Wait till you guys go as hard as I do and fucking biff it.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Wait till your guys'
crazy.
spleen falls out and you're not sure if it's your spleen or not.
Dude.
It says it's purely psychological.
Yeah? Well, he felt better wearing it, and he still kept going just as fucking hard.
Yes, it was all in the head, dude.
The amount of times he fucking roosted my ass, dude. His giant-ass bike, and I'd just be riding a trail, and he'd hit a berm, and just the sand and dirt and rocks would come from his back tire and just fucking rattling. You're like, you fucking asshole, dude. You fucking suck.
Man,
and then he just speed off like I know what the trail is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Dude, I wish I would have gotten into that stuff. Darren, my stepdad, he did buy us like some trail quads, which were pretty cool to go out on because you could get like on an open trail and just like fucking rip it, dude.
Yeah.
It was so cool. But dude, that thing is a fucking... Those quads were like a workout to like handle while you're on a trail because you're literally... You're like crawling up rocks and everything and you have to like fucking kind of tilt things and I was going out in the desert with him. That's how I figured out that he wasn't a creep. He took me out in the desert by himself. Didn't do anything. Came out in one piece.
We just ate s'mores and it was pretty nice actually.
Yeah, we had s'mores and he didn't try to fuck me.
Really good memory. I liked it a lot.
It was
I wish
a good
I
memory.
could go back.
Yeah. I wish we could do that again. I'm
very
glad he didn't touch me.
You wanna go camping?
Hey, Darren, you want to go camping?
I've been having this camping itch, and I know you like to camp.
Yeah. All right. How long have we been going? Been going for an hour?
You want to go camping?
Let's go camping.
I mean, that's not weird, though, hitting up your
What?
stepdad at fucking...
Hey, you want to go camping? Just me and you. Fuck your actual son. Let's just me and you
camping.
That'd be so crazy if it was like, hey, why don't me and you go camping? Why don't we ditch the bloodline?
You should do a boys out.
Boys outing?
Camping. Bring both dads.
Yeah. That'd be weird.
Both dads.
My dad would be like, what the fuck are these thorns?
Yeah, no, you can play the whole time.
He would bitch the whole time. Because Darren's from Kansas, dude. He like grew up in the wilderness. Like he's running around in the trees. There's snow all the time. My dad grew up in the fucking city. Dude, the craziest my dad's gotten is going to Tucson High School.
Dude,
like
he grew up here and he didn't get into anything. Like, what the fuck?
No, he grew up
go to
in
boonie parties.
He was born in Columbus. He grew up in like Buffalo, and then like came here when he was a kid. You know, so he's like, no, my dad complains about everything. He's not going hiking without being like, I gotta take a break. I'm like, just fucking keep going. You're 2 miles away. Let's go. You know. I think my dad's met Darren like 4 times.
Nothing better than a camping trip.
Dude, it would be cool to do a boys camping trip. Yeah. Me, Darren, Colton. Like, what's up? Dude, I'm telling you. Dude, no, me, Darren, and Colton.
Yeah, and your older brother. Yeah.
That'd be weird.
No, why?
That'd be weird.
It's a camping trip, and you just go.
Dude, my little brother, my older brother, don't like intermingle. They met like 5 times.
Yeah, but now it's wilderness. Now you gotta lock in.
Yeah, but like
it's lock-in time.
Me going. Okay, so this is what it's gonna be like. Me going with my stepdad and my little brother. That would be like their Steve Ranella and they're like Steve Ranella and I'm Joe Rogan and Colton's like Brian Callen in that episode of Meat Eater where he's just like taking him around. I'm Brian Callen. My brother's going to be Joe Rogan. I'm just cracking jokes the whole time. I don't know how to be a real man. And then Darren's Steve Ranella leading the fucking way. And then if I go with Landon and my dad, I'm going to be fucking Steve Ranella compared to them. He's just going to be complaining the whole time, dude. I'll be like, come on, guys, the elk's just over the hill. They're like, well, my feet hurt. I'll be like dragging them the last 5 miles. Like, guys, you have to pack out the carcass. You can't leave it here for the wolves. All right, you got to take it with you. Take it with you.
Oh shit!
And meanwhile, I don't have a clue what I'm fucking doing.
We need that show, dude. The Hannahs.
Hannah camping.